Linda Mwananchi tours Matiangi's Kisii turf as opposition courts Sifuna camp to challenge Ruto. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, kindly consider subscribing. Don't forget to like, comment and share our videos. The Linda Mwananchi movement is set to take its political mobilization campaign to the Kisii region on Friday, June 26, 2026, as opposition leaders intensify efforts to build a formidable alliance capable of challenging President William Ruto in the 2027 general election. The tour will cover Kisii and Nyamira counties, a region that has rapidly emerged as one of the country's most closely watched political battlegrounds. The visit comes amid growing opposition calls for unity and follows a series of successful mobilization rallies in Kitenge. The visit comes amid growing opposition calls for unity and follows a series of successful mobilization rallies in Kitengela, Kisumu, Mombasa, Thika and Machakos, where the movement has sought to consolidate support ahead of the next election cycle. The opposition latest focus on Kisii is significant. For years, the larger region has regarded as a stronghold of Orange Democratic Movement (ODM), while President Ruto's United Democratic Alliance (UDA) also maintained pockets of influence. However, the political landscape has shifted dramatically following the rise of former Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiangi as a major opposition figure. Matiangi, who had already secured the backing of Jubilee Party as its preferred presidential candidate for 2027, has steadily consolidated support in his home region. His growing influence has positioned Kisii as a critical pillar in ongoing discussions about a united opposition coalition. Recent political developments have reinforced that perception. In November 2025, candidates allied to Matiangi won all three by-elections in Nyamira, Nyansiongo and Ekrenyo wards in Nyamira County, a result that set shockwaves through both ODM and UDA ranks. Since then, several elected leaders, including MPs Patrick Osero, Anthony Kibagendi, Obadia Barongo, Clive Kisairu, have publicly aligned themselves with Matiangi, further strengthening his grip on the region. The Kisii tour comes at a time when opposition leaders are increasingly pushing for a united front against President Ruto. Speaking during the burial service of the late Anne Nyatoro, the mother of East Africa Legislative Assembly EALA MP Kanini Kega, Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna urged opposition leaders to put aside their differences and rally behind a single presidential candidate. And I quote, "Mheshimiwa Rigiji, let me tell you, we are convinced that there is no other formula. Before God, there are no other formula other than a united ticket against William Ruto." End of quote. The senator argued that divisions within the opposition could only strengthen the incumbent's chances of securing a second term. Sifuna further called on opposition leaders to embrace reconciliation for the sake of a common political objective. And I quote, "So whatever needs to be done, kama ni kusamehana, wacha basi tusamehane tu, lakini haiwezekani tumpatie ndugu yetu nafasi, yeye aweze kurudi kwenye hiyo kiti aendelee kukandamiza wananchi wetu." End of quote. His remarks have fueled speculation about possible coalition arrangements involving Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, Matiangi and other opposition principals. Adding to the momentum, a recent Trends and Insights for Africa (TIFA) survey showed growing support for opposition unity. The poll found that 28% of the opposition supporters preferred Kalonzo Musyoka Edwin Sifuna presidential ticket, making it the most popular respondent. A Rigathi Gachagua Kalonzo Musyoka ticket followed closely with 25% support. Linda Mwananchi tour as part of the broader strategy by opposition leaders to first consolidate their regional bases before negotiating national power sharing arrangements. Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua recently outlined his approach during the United Alternative Government tour, and I quote, "Mobilization for bargaining age must start with each principal's base. Elaborate consultations in Mount Kenya led to the formation of DCP," end of quote. Gachagua said, "It is only through a strong home base that one can negotiate presidential ambitions effectively. Mount Kenya is a unique voting bloc with interests only understood by its sons and daughters." Gachagua has previously emphasized the importance of Matiangi commanding respect in his backyard before seeking broader national support. And I quote, "Mimi nataka tukubaliane, ndio mimi niende nitembeze Matiangi mlimani aende akutane na his cousin. Ndio watu wa mlima wa mheshimu, lazima aheshimike hapa nyumbani. Sitaki mkubali watoto wadogo wakuje watusi Matiangi." End of quote. The growing opposition activity in Kisii presents a fresh challenge for President Ruto and his allies. While UDA leaders remain publicly confident, concerns persist over the region's shifting political loyalties. South Mugirango MP and People's Democratic Party leader Omingo Magara recently argued that Kisii is increasingly aligning behind Matiangi. And I quote, "I was telling them, Kisii is locked, please believe us, but there were too many noisemakers out there. They kept shouting because they were eating at the table," Magara said. Meanwhile, Kisii Governor Simbarati alongside Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba and South Mugirango MP Silvanus Osoro has intensified efforts to rally support for Ruto's re-election bid. And I quote, "We must speak with one voice as a region. Our strength lies in the unity and in aligning ourselves with a leadership that can deliver tangible development," Harati said. "Politics is dynamic, but unity is constant. In the end, we will all move in the same direction for the good of our people," he added. Despite those efforts, recent opposition rallies in the region have attracted sizable crowds, suggesting growing enthusiasm for alternative political formations. As the Linda Mwananchi caravan heads to Kisii and Nyamira, the tour will serve as a key test of Matiangi's regional influence and the opposition's ability to forge a united movement. If current trends hold, Kisii could emerge as one of the most decisive voting blocs in the race to shape Kenya's political future in 2027. Until the next video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share our videos. Bye for now.